So good evening, everyone. Jose J. Garcia, real estate investor, coach, and mentor. So yes, it is Tuesday. Let's do deals where we pitch the best off-market mobile home deals available. We got quite a bit inventory to upload. So being out in the field all day today, we were able to a lot of due diligence. A lot of the due diligence we're doing right now, and we're being a lot more strict as that time of year as well. Don't forget that at this time, January is typically when you start seeing tax bills come in, meaning that obviously every mobile home has to pay to re-register every year. Now, the balance on that, is typically based on the year, make, model, and of course the location. So that being said, however, and if you follow our coaching, I talk about being at the core steps, purchasing mobile homes, and that happens typically when people do not pay their taxes. So what we typically see in the state of Georgia, especially, is after 2 years is when they go on the court steps. They go at the sale every Tuesday, every Wednesday of the month, whichever first comes in. And that's when you typically see the mobile home being sold. So what you don't want to do is come in and purchase a mobile home that has any liens or any past due taxes that have not been paid. And I had to learn this a few years back early in my quotations career when I hurried up and bought a mobile home. I knew the due diligence, but it seemed too good of a deal, and it was. And I jumped on it. And of course, being a weekend, it was only so little that I could check. Come Monday morning, I call and yep, no, this mobile home is actually set to be on the tax sale next week per se. So it's like, wow, learning experience, right? Not only that I had to pay the past due balances for the past previous couple of years, but also I had to pay a fee, which was a few $100 just to get it off of the tax sale. So, these are the things we're working on behind the scenes. No matter which mobile home I show you on this spreadsheet, on these deals, keep in mind, I want you to do your own due diligence. I want you to go out and walk these mobile homes yourself, but know that there is some type of a due diligence that we do. And I'm out in the field once a week out there. I'm the prime one that's looking at this inventory because we're making connections. We're working with park owners, operators, managers, you name it. We're out there, right? So that's basically what we're doing today. A lot of due diligence, a lot of reviews, a lot of inventory. But like I said, we weren't able to upload everything. But that brings me to a reminder. Make sure that you pay attention to our spreadsheet. And if you do not have our spreadsheet here on the chat's comments, I posted my email. Send me an email. Send me an email. Let me know, hey, share your spreadsheet with us, your inventory list, because then you can take your time and review them. Every time you close it and open it, you will get the latest and the greatest because it updates every few seconds. So anytime we upload something. Now, what happens a lot of times, and I hear this, is, hey, I thought you were going to upload some deals in this area. We did. You just didn't see them because a lot of you wait until Tuesday for me to come on here. I don't go through this whole spreadsheet. That's never going to happen. We're going to go through the newest deals and talk about them, break them down, some numbers, and then it's off to other deals. So it is up to you to pay attention to it. And we upload deals every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Sometimes we upload deals on Sunday, and come Tuesday, they're gone. So that's why you want to keep up with that. I would say at least once a day, if you are strongly thinking about investing, to pay attention to that sheet. So that being said, let me go ahead and get the deals going here. Turn my camera over real quick. We're going to get started. I'm actually in my office today. So we've been running good stuff though. So a lot more opportunities are coming in the Griffin, Barnesville, and Milner area. Now, Griffin, we do have 3 separate parks. As a matter of fact, if you've been following my social media, you'll see that we recently purchased a few campers. One of them is a fifth wheel. The other 2 are campers. But anyway, we are setting those up. I was hoping to set them up this week, but the park operator, which we're working with, is still setting up the electric poles, the level on the ground, etc. So plenty fine. We'll let him do his thing. And as early as next week, we'll have that. But we're also going to have pads for RVs or campers. So just kind of keep that in mind as well. My goal is to do immediate RTOs on those, though I really don't want to go to that, because my prime focus for the campers was Airbnb. So that's where I'm at, is Airbnb. And campers, RVs, I mean, fifth wheels, they are set for. No furniture needed because they come pre-done that way. So, stay tuned for those as well. But yes, 3 different parks in Griffin, Georgia. Hot area, Griffin. Now, Macon, Warner Robins, Byron, and all these are Central Georgia areas. These will continue to be areas where we focus on as well. A lot of park operators that we deal with there also. So just kind of be mindful. And again, if you ever don't see a city or area, even if it's a different state, ask us, send us an email, because it's potentially that we'll have something available. We want to make you part of a buyer's list at all times. So you need to ask us, hey, do you have anything coming up available in this areas? Typically we do. And if we have already investors that kind of already assigned to, we'll go ahead and call them first and or email them and let them know, hey, so-and-so is coming up available. That's the area. And if they take it, then a lot of times they don't even make it in the spreadsheet. We do try to be as most fair as possible. So, that's our goal. But all right, let's start with number one here, and I'm going to move pretty quickly. So again, ask me for the spreadsheet. You take your time and review this. I'm going to move along pretty quickly. So this is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, single wide down in Macon, Georgia. If you know where Macon, Georgia is, this is actually closer towards Gray, Georgia, which is a Jones County. Not that that matters. It's not right now anyway. But asking $7,000 for this mobile home, as you see it, needs a lot of cleanup, but there is no real damages anywhere on it. So again, think of expenses, think of ROIs. And I was actually talking to an investor earlier, and he kept saying the same thing that I keep coaching y'all about. He's like, well, it's going to cost me this. It's going to cost me that. Yeah, but if I hold on to it, it's going to cost me this some more. And it's like, I had to bring him to a stop. Stop looking at your investments from an expensive standpoint. How much is it going to be out of pocket is very important. But the way you should focus on any investment, especially mobile homes, is how much will it make me? Show me the end result. If I'm all in for $8, $10, or $12,000, easy numbers, okay? If I'm all in for that, what are the ARV, after repair values? Once I fix this up, put it on the market, what is it that I can expect? 23,000. That's what the market allows for. Now, if I choose to not sell because, hey, I do want to be a landlord, so I want to hold on to this for a while. Okay, in this area, and these are the little things we do for you. We study the markets, we know the markets. The more you know the market, the better you will do in this type of business. A lot of times it's not so much of being one exit strategy that makes it such a great deal, but being able to use multiple. Maybe be a landlord for a year, maybe 2 years. Then maybe offer it to that same resident tenant for as a rent-to-own lease option, or maybe keep it and have it somewhere if you want and sell it for even more. There's so many options, but you have to be able to use those according to what the market allows. 750 is about the rental rate we see in this area. Now, what is lot rent out of that? 330, and it includes trash. So there you go. And those are selling points because again, if you think it from an investor standpoint, is I have to pay 330 every month out of my 750. What is the net that I get to keep? Means what I actually get to put in my pocket. Those are the numbers you need to think about. Now, I put the rental rate numbers on here as an estimate based on the market in the area. If you do a rent to own, if you do a lease option, okay, now you're the finance of the bank, quotations. Don't call yourself that, but you're the bank in a sense because you're financing. Now you can up that number because I'm financing to you. Now it's going to be $800 a month, but I'm giving you an opportunity, Mr. Buyer or Mrs. Buyer, to be able to obviously own this in however many months, however many years it may be. Hopefully you don't go over 5 years. That's typically our timeline, but hey, for each his own. So if it works out. So again, $800 a month minus the 330. Does that seem like a good deal to you? Absolutely. But you got to be able to put those numbers together. I had another investor who was talking about all these thousands into rehab. And every time I asked him, show me where it's taking all these thousands, he didn't have an answer. Everything was, I think. All you have to do is spend a good hour. You can spend a good hour on HomeDepot.com, Lowe's.com, or any home improvement store. Because to me, those are the worst case scenarios. If I have to go get material from the nearest home improvement store, that means that I'm either in a hurry or there's absolutely no other ways to get it. But that's worst case scenario because I'm paying retail for that. But that gives you an idea, okay? And if you're new to this and a contractors are telling you crazy numbers, this is how you can figure out if they are telling you nonsense. If I go into this mobile home here and I'm checking it out, I'm seeing, okay, there's a mess. The vinyl is actually beautiful if you get all this green, nasty stuff off of it. So that's going to be a pressure wash. You pressure wash this mobile home, it'll look like new. And the fact that it's shingle roof, vinyl siding, it will look very nice for what it is. The inside is not damaged. There was a couple little spots where in areas where it's a little soft in the floor. Now, that's where you start adding numbers. So those two soft spots in the floor, how can I take care of those? And we teach all this at the shadow, by the way. I'm going to talk about that here in a few minutes. I would pull the vinyl back. I would pull the vinyl back because there's no damages on the vinyl. Okay. Pull that vinyl back. Cut the sections in the floor that it is damaged. Those soft spots are not going to get better with times. Problems do not get better with time. So you're going to cut those sections out. Okay. Now, don't be trying to be short with the supply or trying to cheap the investment. make sure you do things right. If you need to cut an extra section, then so be it. But let's think about, even if you have to replace 2 sheets of plywood, which is 48 by, it's a full sheet. In a bedroom, typically in a mobile home, you see maybe 2 or 3, about 3.5 sheets of plywood is all it takes to get the entire room done. Right now, you can get a piece of plywood sheet for under $15. So do the math. That is simple math. A contractor says, hey, you need about $500 worth of material here for lumber. Really, because I'm only counting 2 sheets of plywood, and we're looking about $30. So, where's the numbers? And contractors don't like that, by the way. When you can point out and show that you know what you're talking about, that's usually when you get that reaction of, oh, you know what's going on. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, that's one of them. Let's go to the next one real quick. This one actually belongs to an investor of ours. He is a GMHU shadow student. He's had multiple coaching, and he's done a phenomenal job in this mobile home. So it's ready to go on the market. This is the third one that we had on the sheet. Now, this one we had on the sheet a while back. And I kept talking about it because, when you think about single wide versus double wide, it's typically the size and the bedroom amount. Mobile homes, single wide, typically it's 16 by 80, 3 bedroom, 2 bath. That's typically the biggest. But you got a special edition single wide that comes from time to time. And that's where you get a 4 bedroom, 2 bath single wide. It is massive, 16 by 80. I mean, it is long and massive. And a 4 bedroom, think about it. When I think about returns on my investments and renting for more, the more bedrooms you have, the more you can charge. We had an investor once who took a 3 bedroom, 2 bath and turned it into a 2-2. He said, yeah, but the room is bigger. Well, you ain't getting paid more for that. So, why'd you took the wall down is beyond me. But that's what he did. He wanted to make it more quotations spacious. It didn't work out for him. So don't do that. If anything, add bedrooms, add an addition to the side of the mobile home. If the park allows you to, and hey, can I put a little side home on the side and convert it into part of the mobile home and maybe put it together? There you go. Add an extra bedroom. Imagine if you put an extra bedroom in this one single wide. You'd have a 5 bedroom, 2 bath single wide. My goodness. Anyway, 4 bedroom, 2 bath. Rental rate in the area for this one is minimum $800. I would put that more around $850. Being a 4 bedroom. I mean, this is bigger than a double wide. Just keep in mind. And here's a little. I don't know. I want to do so much coaching tonight. I haven't coached in a while. I think it's what it is. Think about it this way: 16 wide by 80 long. That's how you measure mobile homes. In real estate, everything is square footage. In mobile homes, it's width by length. And the only thing you have to do is multiply those two together. So when you do 16 times 80, what do you get? Right? Now, if you take that same double wide and you say, well, the double wide is always bigger because they're double the home. Not necessarily, because a lot of times they're a lot shorter. So what happens is, let's say you get a 24 by 40, multiply those numbers and notice which of the two is actually bigger. So, again, the bigger the space to live in, the more you can charge a month. That's all there is to it. So for this one, the investor is asking a 22,000 cash or best offer. I'm going to scroll a little bit through the pictures, but again, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful job. And we don't have any of the outside, which we will get one on here for him. If any of you is trying to sell a mobile home and or pitch a mobile home, email us. Happy to put it on our spreadsheet. There is no charge at this time. Happy to put it on here. And just think, there's probably 100 people looking at the sheet right now. All these little alerts, that's what it is. People just popping in, popping. I can tell when y'all come in and out, by the way. So I know who's on my sheet. But all right, let's go into Griffin. I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to talk about a couple things. So let's see. The Atlanta, we do have this one. I don't think we talked about this one last week. It's a 2 bedroom, 1 bath, single wide. Now, this one needs to be moved. It's located, when I say Atlanta, I'm talking downtown Atlanta. And the community looks every bit like it belongs in Atlanta. I mean, very nice. It's very nice. But these houses are so close to each other, you can basically reach the other one from your home. I mean, it's one of those. It's a busy mobile home park. And this one needs to be moved. What they are doing is actually the owner vacated the home, left it back to the community, and we are purchasing it from them directly, but they're going to take the time to bring a brand new single wide, is what it is. So if anybody in those areas, McDonough, okay, even north up, anywhere in the Atlanta perimeter, the area, let us know. This one is available. Ask an 8,000 cash or best offer. Yes, it has a title, okay. I'm going to do one Griffin, and I was talking about this one earlier with quite a few investors. Again, yes, I want to talk about this one. Maybe they're on the Instagram. If you're on the Instagram, yes, I'm calling you out. All right, lot 97. Man. All right, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, single wide, pitch roof, brand new shingle roof. Okay, it's a 97 model. Here is what it looks like when you have a very angry tenant who has not paid rent in forever or ever, if that matters, and finally gets evicted by the court. Okay, they tend to do the most work right before they leave. Only, unfortunately, it happens to be on your mobile home, so they destroy everything. All right. But again, when I look at this here, look at it from a number standpoint. Forget about what's in here. Forget about who did what. That's irrelevant to me. I'm coming in here and I'm looking from top to bottom and seeing, put these numbers together. Does this make sense to me or does it not? Okay, well, let's go back to, again, the information on it. You have a 97 model. It's a 97 model. It's a pitch roof. Okay, all these are desirable, by the way. That's what I'm getting at is people, this is what people want. The best mobile home to invest in. It's a 3 bedroom, 2 bath, single wide. Okay, if it's pitch roof, that's more space and it looks bigger. That's even better. I just told you it has a brand new shingle roof. That's 3,000 minimum. Somebody's already done to you. The 3 biggest expenses you have in any mobile home is going to be an entire new roof, entire electrical put back together, or entire plumbing. If you have those 3 intact and there's no real issues with those, everything else is cosmetic. I just got through telling you how much it costs for a sheet of plywood. Well, a sheet of sheetrock is even cheaper. You can get one for $10. So now let me get back in here. There's no issues with the outside. Okay, brand new roof. I'm loving it. And that's a selling point. When you go to sell this back on the market and you say, hey, we have a 3 bedroom, 2 bath, it's beautiful, move-in ready, has a brand new roof, you got eyebrows going up because people like that. That's a security. For the next 12, 15 years, I don't need a new roof. That's the way you see it. And I scroll into the bottom now. Now I see, obviously, yep, hammer went through this house and couldn't even take an entire wall down. I guess that was too hard for them to do too. Okay. But anyway, there's enough damage on here, but I'm calculating. Think about the measurements and you can estimate all this. The more you do of anything, the better you're going to get. I'm looking at this one corner. That's one sheet of sheetrock. $12. $12. Okay. I'll look at this other corner here. That's another sheet, and not even a full sheet, but fine. I'm counting as one. Okay. That's another $12. And then I look in here and another 12. You start adding all these things. You're getting a real true estimate of what you're going to spend on the actual material. I keep going down. Again, look at the roof, the ceilings. There's no damages there. That's beautiful. That's what I want to see. Even if you need to change this, I think you can get these blades for the fan. But if you put a brand new fan up there, $100, $100. Okay, brand new one. Light fixtures, $8. Bulbs, get them at Dollar Tree. They're $1. Okay. Carpet, unless it's completely damaged, and I walk this home, it is not. I don't care for carpet. I mean, if it's nasty, it's going out. If it's something that is not terrible, yes, we'll go ahead and apparently we shampoo carpet because one of my contractors loves doing that. So, that's fine. But if it needs to go, then that's something they count on. This carpet, there's no damages. This is one dumpster to clean up. To get a dumpster out there, you're looking on average anywhere from $300 to $400, one dumpster. So there you go. Now you add that. I'm going to need a dumpster. We're going to fill it up. And we're talking about all these numbers. We keep going. Look at that. Electrical. Nothing wrong with it. That's what I want to see. All the wires are put together. You just need to put the lid back on, and there's no damages to be worried about. Inside in this master bedroom, bathroom, mess. It's a mess. Doors are in here, all this. And again, price doors, price everything you need. Yeah, this one is missing a door. Okay, you're looking at around $50 per door. So there you go. You keep adding all those numbers. Now, let me go back and see, okay, ARV is 25,000 cash or best offer. In the same community, we just sold a 3.2, which was around an 80 model move-in ready for $24,000. That's what I want to look and find when I'm looking for these mobile homes. What are the comps in the area? What has sold in the past 30, 60, 90 days? And if it has, I want to see what they look like and try to get estimates. It ain't going to look as good as this one when it's done, I can tell you that. So that being said, rental rate in the area, $800. The lot rent is $390. You take away that, that's $410 net. And that's only if you're doing rental. If you're doing a rent to own, I would definitely put you around $850, $875 a month. So you see the bigger spread in that. Asking $3,500 for this mobile home. I would estimate based on what I just showed you, and based on what I walked through, this includes the material. Okay, this includes the labor and this includes the holding. The holding is the utilities because you want to have those on, make sure that everything checks out. And lot rent if you have to pay. And of course, the contractor's working. So you got that. I would say probably around $400 to $4,500 is what you're going to be all in to rehab this mobile home. $4,500, top number, plus $3,500 is what? $8,000. Do you think that's a good investment? If I can be in on this mobile home for $8,000 and get $25,000 back, what will be my ROI, return on my investments? That's how you have to break down the mobile homes. You have to get true ideas and true comps to be able to say, yes, this is for me, or no, it's not for me. Some people would still say, I'm not doing that. That's too much work, maybe. Okay, fine. I don't look at it as how much work. I look at how much material and how long it'll take. If it stays between those two and the numbers check out, everything is there. All right. Okay, I want to talk about a couple other things real quick. So anybody interested in those, send me a message, j@garciamhu.com. And I put the website on there as well, garciamhu.com. All right, as of this week, I think a few weeks back we had the coaching, which we ended up making it public, by the way, teaching you how to link your credit cards to your PayPal so that you can buy mobile homes using your credit card and swiping to pay your contractors, even if they require cash. Go back to my YouTube, pull up that video, and you can learn all the steps on that. I have taken it one step further. I'm always doing that. I'm always pushing the envelope just a little bit more. So making it easier and easier for you all. Now through our systems, which goes through garciamhu.com, part of the coaching, part of the investing, we can now create links, a specific link invoice just for you. And I think we had 3 investors already this week paid using this format. So basically when they say, hey, I'm ready to take this, let's say example, give me that 97 model right there. I'll go ahead and have the 3,500, but I have it on my card. You don't have to link it to your PayPal and go through all the troubles anymore. Okay. Still need to do that, by the way. That is an extra way of having funds available. But now we can just send you a link directly to your email. You can open it up, and in a few steps, you put your information in, bam, it is closed. It is that quick. We send you the sales agreement, and within a few weeks, you get your title on the way as well. So, we're working on all of these things. Right now, I have probably over 27 titles that are being done as we speak. That's how much the volume we're moving these things to. Okay, so again, we keep making this easier and easier. And do not forget, for investors, okay, not in buyers, for investors, I don't think I ever get any end buyers on these calls anyway, but for investors, I'm not going to do it with this one, 97, okay, that's not going to happen. But let's take another unit. Let's say making 10. All right, we're asking 8,500 for this unit. Now, some of you investors are new. You say, well, I don't want to be out of pocket with so much money. I'm still trying to put things together, et cetera, et cetera. Don't forget, a few weeks back, we offered financing. That stays. That's here for a while. I'm not going to change that anytime soon, which means that we will finance to you as an investor with half down payment. If you're taking this 8,500 model here, $4,000, we'll create an agreement with you, put all the terms and conditions on there. You can pay monthly every payment, because I talked about this. Let your investment pay for itself. If I could come in here years ago and somebody offered this, that is exactly what I would do. Jay, let me get this one here. I got 4,000 now. Next month, you'll make me a payment plan of what? Which obviously includes lot rent and the home payment, which goes towards the principal. $600. Okay. 375 of that goes towards lot rent, means that's not credited towards the home, and the remaining of that goes towards the home as a principal. That starts knocking down the balance. Now, you should invest in one of these and immediately get in there and start rehabbing, start getting it done so that you can turn around and do an RTO, a lease option, or flip it immediately. Let's say you come in and you do a rent to own, a lease option. Okay, you're going to ask for $5,000 down payment. You can turn around at that point with the rent to own down payment and pay us off. Or better yet, don't pay us off. Keep the money, because you don't want to be cash poor. You want to put that into another investment, but what you're going to do is you're going to mark that up. The financing to you is at $600 a month, but you can turn around and do this one here, as you see in the market, as a move-in ready, for $750. That means that the following month, your resident, your tenant, your buyer will be paying you $750. Out of that $750, you have to pay us a payment that you have an agreement with us for the few short months at $600. Can you see the positive of what's happening here? I know these are smaller numbers, but that $750 collecting would pay your $600 and still pocket you $150. You don't have to worry about paying every month anymore, because now your investment is paying for itself. It doesn't get easier than that. That's how when you think of bigger investments, that's what you want to do, is think of how can I get the investment to pay for itself. Okay. All right. Last thing. 10 members. I've sent a few emails. I've sent a very private video to a few investors. It's on the first 10 level up investors. What is the first 10 level up investors? It is 10 members that want to really take their mobile home investing up to the next level. They're all ready to start making a lot of moves and start turning these homes back to back to back. When you join this 10 members, and there's only 10 that are going to be allowed, there will be some allowed after the fact, but there'll be a fee after that. Okay, you got to be committed. That's number one. And out of the people that I've sent it, 3 of those have already shown me no commitment. If you can't join these calls, if you can't be part of these things, you're not really showing me. Not to mention the questions you're asking, which are being answered in the coaching. You know, my coach and mentors will put it this way: I'm not going to invest with you and coach you on the way. Okay, I can coach you, that's fine, but that's one aspect of it. Or we can invest together, but that's a different way. Okay, so you got to show commitment. I will be choosing the 10 members this Thursday. These 10 members will have a lot more details, and you'll probably hear about it Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Check-in live on Instagram, or Sunday evening. We are going to speed things up, and we're going to get into new markets, new areas. Texas, Arizona, New Mexico will be under our belt this year. There will be too many connections not to be using them. We got a lot more boots on the ground, a lot of realtors that want to work with us at this time as well. You know, mobile homes are getting bigger and bigger. People know where the money's at. Low risk, low entry, high reward. You can only ignore it for so long. Stigma, forget about it. When you have ROIs the way the mobile homes do, it doesn't really matter. And it's all about how you pitch it. That's something else we coach you on. All right. February 15th, real quick. February 15th, if you are in the Tampa, Florida area, I don't know what's to show you the screen. My apologies. If you are in the Tampa, Florida area, we will be at my studio, the LED Live Studio. You can check it out, ledlivestudio.com. And we're going to be having an open house. We got a couple of the chambers, Tampa chambers that are going to be there. We're going to cut the ribbon, open house, you know, big burst, obviously, and that's going to go into business. So we're definitely working on that now. Let me look at my calendar because I don't want to give you the wrong one. Now, my reps, my admins are working on this as we speak, but it's going to be March 11th. All right, March 11th, we're going to hold the very first shadow in my studio down in Tampa, Florida. The way it's going to work out is we're going to have the big screen, 26-foot worth of LED screen that is going to be playing. A lot of the things we do with the shadow, many times I'm talking about it, I don't really present much. And I don't present much because people stop paying attention, they don't take notes, and they start taking pictures. You're never going to review those pictures. I know you're not. So I talk and say, so you have to write it down and you pick it up. But at the studio, we will have a lot more stuff playing on the background. There's going to be a lot of ways to advertise. Some of you may want to create reels, grow your social media. That is the perfect spot to come in and be part of that as well. Like I said, we're working on that now, but put that on your calendars. It's going to be very limited seating. It's at the studio, so we can only have so many seats in front of the screen, but we will obviously play it virtually as well for those of you who cannot attend. March 11th, you'll see the link coming up. Pay attention to our social media. And if any questions, y'all know how to reach us. j@garciamhe.com. All right, that's all I have for this evening. Let me see real quick. Saw a couple comments. We're gonna Prem, good evening, good evening. Yes, always glad to have you here. Prem is a partner investor of ours. So, all right, well, I don't see any of the comments at this time. So again, apologies. I know I came in 34 minutes late. As quick as I could get in here, and we still didn't get finished for today. So we may be back out in the field tomorrow and Thursday. That's that's part of it. So all right. Well, thank you all for watching. We'll see you Saturday morning, 10 a.m.